Right, I've just written on Facebook about the Ukraine and Russian war and how the media is spinning some of it. I'm not saying it's fake, I'm a buggery. I'm just saying the media spin on it. Be very careful, right? This is my Facebook. It was written 4 minutes ago. I've seen a few vids, news clips of Russian and Ukraine war. Talk about media manipulation and bullshit, which is rife in a few of them so far. Why? To get everybody right up there with emotions, fear, worry, etc. I'm not saying it is all bullshit, no. What I am saying is be careful of the media spin and propaganda, which may make folk, or people, let's say, make incorrect decisions, etc. The stage is set. Not my words, the media. Alright, so we'll go back on here. I'll quickly point out to you. Alright, and to me it stands out like something rotten. Now I'll let you listen to her what she says, or just listen to her what she says. It's all fumbly and it's just a mess, which is quite a design anyway, because they can get away with anything by saying, oh, that's what they were given to report to and everything. My thing is, you look at this, you look at all this, yeah? Have a good look at it and start thinking, was it an old building, or was it a building that people lived in? Yeah? And think explosions. But I'll stop it at certain points, right? And just let you, know how I see it.
Yeah, so I can just bring you exactly what's happened overnight in one residential part of the capital. You can probably see behind me a residential apartment building that has been completely shattered by an explosion. We've spoken to residents here. They said that between 4:30 this morning, they were woken to the sound of a huge explosion. They said that the night sky lit up like daylight, and then when the dawn did break, they found this devastation to their apartment.
February Times, dawn. Yeah, 7:34 gives you a sort of an idea. What the news reporter said, she said at 4:30 or about 4:30, the devastation happened. And when dawn broke, people woke up to find this devastation. Now, if that devastation happened just down the road, yeah, at 4:30, would you wait till 7:39 before you could blink and realise what went on? Or hear anything? And stay indoors? They all stayed indoors till 4:30. All these mobile phones they have and all that lot. Nobody's taken any pictures or nothing of when it first happened. And nothing or anything and nothing. And there you go, that type of timing. So people didn't realise anything from 4:30 to nearly 7 o'clock in the morning. Till dawn broke. Man alive, you'd all be out there like a rocket, wouldn't you? Trying to put the bloody thing out and save people's lives and all that lot. You wouldn't hang about till dawn. Do you get me?
It's unclear exactly what happened, but one thing is sure, there's an enormous crater on the ground here. Something clearly very big has exploded into it. One person said to me they thought that it was a Russian rocket.
Right, start looking at this crater, right? Yeah, start looking at that enormous crater that's done all that damage. Yeah? Have a good look.
In this direction, and Ukraine's air defences shot it out the sky, and some of the shrapnel landed down, but I'm no military expert.
Right. Look at things like the surface of these. You'll see what I mean in a minute.
People have left already. The schools are closed, shops are shut. Here in this neighbourhood, you can just see a lot of shocked people standing around looking.
Stuff's just been thrown in it. That's just a knackered old building that's just been blinking demolished a bit. And then that stuff, then after it blew up, all that stuff fell in it. Yeah, right. And yet there's no dark dirt, no nothing. It's a dig hole. Yeah, where's the dirt? That happened a few hours ago, by the way. Yeah? Where is the dirt that got blown out of the hole? This big hole. Nothing. That was dug, and the dirt was taken away. And that was set. Probably an old building. You know, it's knackered anyway. Give it the look. Now that might be the angle of Ukraine trying to get, a cry for help to get people to feel sorry for them and work for them and be on their side. Or you go on the other side. Type of thing. Yeah? But what I don't like, right, is breaking news, Sky News. This big explosion. Yeah? Look, big explosion, did all that. Plus the timings weren't that very good, what she says anyway. Did all that, all this big explosion, this big hole. You get a lot of that colouring of dirt all around there. This is all. That's a dug hole. All this sharp angle of dirt there, you'd have an explosion, like, pushed that way, more smooth. As though something's blown it out. Not dug up, dug. That's dug down stuff, that. Plus, there's no dirt round here. There's no, when I go back to this as well, there's no even much. Now, look, doesn't that look like it's just a hole just being shoved in it, put it bluntly, right? And this is basically the news Sky reporter. They go out there, they jump on anything to get a story. You've got to remember what these people are like. And this stuff here, let's just blow it up a bit. Excuse the pun. Let's move it about. There's nothing. This is just a tip hole thing. This stuff here would have bits of dirt on it, you know. Bits of dirt on it. Tiny bits of speckles of dirt and things like that. Because of all the slow fallout that's ready to come back down on it. Just bits of dust and stuff. There's nothing. Right? It's just a mess area. Yeah? That dark dirt you see here, it'd be loads of it over there. And that white paper, if it was to come down afterwards, would be on top of the darker dirt. Let's have it. There's the corner of the explosion bit here. Let's have a look at this area here. Look at these pathways. There's no dirt coming from there. This is a bit of a bigger picture, I think. There's no dirt coming from there at all. It's been swept away. You'd see bits of dirt everywhere coming from the explosion. The impression of the paper there looks like there's been an explosion, doesn't it? It's just a mess that's blown out of that bloody pit over time. Right? There's no dirt. And if they were to sweep the dirt up for just a few people that are there, why did they put the paper back down? Because they must have swept it before it landed again. Right, there must have been every person come out of there with a sweeping brush, swept the blinking pavements before the paper landed, everybody. I am with Ukraine and the people with Ukraine. My family are married to Ukraine, right? What I'm saying is, be careful of our media, because if they're adding their drama to this, right? And then everybody believes the drama, because war's a funny old game, innit? They play every dirty trick under the sun, all countries, but I'm with Ukraine. But when this settles, the media will be a more in-your-face, power-driven load of bollocks, because they would have blagged people, or people wouldn't have been able to separate what's real to what's not. And the power and the ego the media will get after this will be put on with pressure to the other generations up and coming to then believe everything they say and want you to do. Yeah? Every injection you'll take because they've just been the honest reporters of media of everything to do with a major war and a pandemic or whatever you want to call it. They will come out with a massive ego power crunching load of bollocks. And I'm worried about the generations below us. You do as we say. Everything. No matter what we say. Because we have got you all through this. And the egos of the people working in it, knowing that that's what that media, business, power crunching bollocks does. And then those egos will get worse. And then you lot will have to blinking be subject to, like, 3 more blinking Savills rather than 1 type of dribble down of disgust and power crunching crap that's going on behind the scenes. Right, stop here. Look at the edge of this major explosion area that did all that damage to the building. Look at all the paper around and stuff like that. Look at all the other buildings as well. Things like that, yeah? And look at what, right, what I'll say, right? Here we go. No point listening to her anymore. Now, go back to this crater. Bit more of a clear crater. It's good how everything falls in it, though, from all angles. Right, everything seems to have fallen in there, which is very clever, because it's... Anyway, look at the edge of this crater here. The colour of the dirt, everything. Now, there's no blast out of the soil. It's up. The angles of dirt are up. That should be more scattered right down there. Should have a trail of dirt going across there. Right? Anyway, also, other stuff would have other bits of dirt that still has to come down and land on all this stuff. Right? After that stuff has fell down. Now, we'll go back to this bit here. That is not being pushed out as an explosion. That's more of a dug hole and stuff has just been put in it. Now I've said that, you probably look at the fact that it's been put in it. It feels that that's all been thrown in over time, or just thrown in an order of throwing stuff on top. However, we'll go back to this edge here. Yeah, you'd have a blowout scattering of dirt. And then look back here. You go back up here. Ah, there we go. Now the edge in there, like I said, you should have dirt going all the way up there. You know, like it splatters out. Yeah? But there isn't any. There is no dirt anywhere around there or anything. And you can't say, oh, the paper came down after the explosion and landed everywhere. Well, then you're telling me that the people around there swept all the dirt off, but left the paper there. Yeah? They cleaned all the streets there. They cleaned all from there, here, where the arrow is here, the circle. They cleaned from there to there, first thing in the morning. They swept round the paper that fell down back on it. Well, they cleaned it, yeah, so they could walk on it. All these loads of people who lived there quickly cleaned the streets before the paper settled down after the explosion, because there is no dark dirt anywhere on these paths. Yeah, you throw a ball bearing in a load of sand and slow time watch it. Yeah, it will have just more than just a ridge of dirt around the hole, which is what spades do or diggers do when they take loads of dirt away and leave a bit when they start digging. That dark dirt or something would be over there, right, on this path here. And then if the paper fell down after the explosion, then the paper would be on top of the dirt, right? There isn't any. So you're telling me that guy there went brushing all the dirt off and put the paper back on the bloody road, on the pavement, yeah? You're telling me he did that, he got a brush, let's say, and swept all round here. All the dark dirt, picked all up before the paper settled. Either that or he swept the dirt off around the paper. Why wouldn't he pick up the paper if they're sweeping the dirt? Because there is no under earth, let's call it, not topsoil, bottom soil, spread anywhere. Now look at that when you look at this hole. Look at it as a dug hole, because it is.